Hi everyone, this is Chris from The Holistic Solution, and I just wanted to share a few words today. It's early October and I've just come off a very powerful video call with a client. In fact, he's a friend and he's been having some sessions with me in the past about nutrition, and today we had a session on energy release and tapping into trauma that is stuck in the body. And this is something that he was unable to connect with or release for decades. And it's something that he worked on with many other therapists, different techniques. And so I had offered him to guide him and do what I do and help him to shift things. And not knowing what would happen, what I'm doing, he did happily agree to have a session. And during this session, I work very intuitively, and I work with elements like the breath as well to guide you to those points that are uncomfortable, because that's what keeps us in the way we are. And I had to learn this myself, and I had to experience it myself first and foremost, because there's a lot of trauma that I experienced in my life. And it started from, well, the first major trauma was probably when I was 4 years old and my biological father committed suicide. And prior to this, I had moments where I felt abandoned by my mum. And it was really strange because it was me being an infant, really, not able to talk, but I've had this sense of abandonment. And what I've learned in the process of connecting with my mum and in the process of releasing these stuck emotions is really that I actually was not meant to be alive. I was not really planned for as a child. And in fact, they expected a boy to come into this earth. And so here I am as a female. And my mum actually told me this when I think I was a teenager. And it affected me. And it was something that I almost had sensed for many years, but I wasn't consciously aware of it. Beautiful, the light coming through now. That is incredible. So, and I'm in my 40s, and I've been living with these, unconscious knowings, I would like to call them, for many, many years. And it's only when after having been unwell with, breakdowns, suffering from IBS about 13, 14 years ago, having my first breakdown, then learning about natural alternatives in terms of healing and looking at my diet, which led me ultimately to become a nutritional therapist, and making changes, coming out of relationships that didn't serve me in a relationship kind of sense, intimate relationship kind of sense, to thinking I had learned and finding myself having another breakdown because I had no idea at that point how deep things can be. And it's only been over the past probably 4 or 5 years when I got into learning about consciousness, and I got into learning about healing and energies, because we are physical beings and we hold energy. And when things happen to us in our life, and this is not from a victim mentality, me saying when things happen to us, but when things happen, when we experience things, there is something that happens in our energy field. And it's, I want to keep this video brief, so I'm not going to go into it too much, but this energy will be trapped in our body. And we need to become aware of it in the first place and then release it. And that's what I've experienced on myself with several situations that had happened in my life, from when I was little to working through this, releasing it, and now working with other people. I've been doing so for quite some time now. Here's my boy come in wanting to say something. You want to be in the video? Come here. So, come on in. No? Now we're being camera shy. Okay. Kitty cat. So, when you find yourself, or if you find yourself hitting that point again and again in your life where, despite doing conscious work and working with beliefs and wanting to shift things, and you still keep falling back or going around in another loop, that's when it's time to look at energetically what's stuck. And I'm more than happy to help you with it. So if that feels like it's resonating with you, feel free to reach out, send me a DM, and let's have a chat and see where you are and whether it would be a fit, it would be a match, me and you working together. And if not, that's okay. And if, then I'm happy to serve you, to help you forth, because what happened with my friend who I helped today was incredible. He's been suffering from asthma. He is in his early 70s now, and during the session there was so much shift happening that he ultimately said, it feels like a weight has been shifted off me and I can actually breathe properly. And there's much more that happened, but I don't want to spoil it for you if you do come on to a session with me to experience this for yourself and to shift yourself forward in your life and to really go into a state of deeper healing. It's magical. So if you have any questions, if that resonates with you, if you do have a sense of abandonment that's been happening or going on in your life, abandonment from your parents, from your family, I've been there. I know what that feels like. I even felt abandoned when I was in my 20s and my mum moved away, and it was not an intentional abandonment. It was an unintentional abandonment that's been unrattling or impacting my life for the past 20 years, because we ultimately, our relationship got really rocky and cold. However, we have been working on this for the past 2 years, and this year we've been able to release so much and heal, and my mum and I are best friends now. So if any of this resonates with you, please don't be shy. Reach out, ask some questions, send me a DM, and let's talk. Let's take it from there. I'm sending you much love. I'm sending you much light as I'm capturing it again. And enjoy your day. Speak soon. Bye. All the best.